Hey, what's up, Master T coming your way, and here with Speech.
Yo.
What's going on, baby?
What's up, baby?
You all right?
I'm feeling great.
You're good. You got a good energy, though, eh?
Thank you.
Energy's good.
Energy is a good thing.
Energy is a very, very good thing.
It keeps you alive.
It does. Here's a CD right there. Speech.
Yo.
Hoopla. There it is. All right. Now, it's been a while. I mean, I guess because you put out a solo album...
96.
96, so it's been like, what, three
years? 3 years.
Where you been? What took you so long?
Well, I was in a weird record contract situation to where I couldn't release anything for about 3 years in the States, which generally affects Canada too.
Right.
And so I decided to release some things overseas. And so I was just talking to you before the cameras was on about how I release stuff over there. So I've actually been consistently busy in performing, which has been great, but just not for the American audience in Canada. So this is my first joint in 3 years.
3 years.
For the American audience in Canada.
Right. Okay, so I mean, everybody knows. I mean, the foundation for you obviously was Arrested Development.
Yes.
And that foundation was supposed to be like, you know, like for like I read something was like supposed to be together for 10 or 12 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, what happened? I mean, you guys kind of went and went your separate ways.
Well, I think well, we broke up about 5 years ago.
Right.
And it really wasn't a breakup to where we announced it or anything, because it sort of just dissipated, you know. And I think the fame thing had really caught us in a weird way, and we weren't prepared for it. Before we knew it, business was more important than music. Right. And so we decided to let it go, and people just sort of went different directions.
Right. What happens when you sell that many units of records?
Well, I mean,
because for a lot of people, I mean, that's ultimately what they strive for. You've obviously tasted that, and now you're also in a different level in your career. Not saying you're down, but you're building yourself as
a solo entity. Yeah. It was exciting. It's very exciting to sell that many records. It's incredible. It gives you a lot of opportunities. At the same time, it brings about, when it happened so fast for us, it brought for us, it freaked us out. Right. And it allowed a lot of envy and jealousy and stuff like that to start going on in the group, greed, you know, and those are the type things that happened. Yeah. And so basically it took its toll on us as a group. It took about 5 years for me to get humble, and for everyone else to get humble, and for time to sort of heal the wounds. And now it's healed, and we can now talk to each other again and appreciate each other as well, you know what I'm saying? So it's great. It's great to be able to do solo music as well, which is something that I never planned on doing. And now I'm doing it, and it's great.
That's good. You also, with the new record, I refer to the skit, which radio station has the guts? Yeah. And I mean, very, very important, especially, I mean, as you smile, but it's very important, especially in the U.S. I mean, urban radio, they're so focused and concentrated on everything sounding very generic, and where you don't fall into a generic. I mean, this album is like, there's everything on here. Like, I mean,
but they want everything to sound the same. And so what happens is a lot of artists who are striving to come up, you know, and blow up, they want to sound like what they hear because they know that that's what works. And musically, I've always not been about that, you know. And so it's always, whenever I come out musically, it's always one of those things where I want to break down those barriers and make it more diverse, make it more colorful, you know, bring the colors back to the palette. And that's what this album is about as well, which is cool. And people are accepting it. It's really great.
So how would you, I mean, a description of you in terms of who you are at this point in your life, in terms of musically and everything? Like,
musically, it's been a very much renewal. I think I've had sort of like a rebirth of myself, spiritually, musically, in all types of ways, you know, a rebirth.
And the thing I like about this record too is I like when people actually give us some insight as to what made a record or what made a song happen. I mean, and you do that, you know, you do that here and you talk about stuff. I mean, even the Hey song, which is...
has a little bit of Canada in it.
A little bit of Canada.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, because you're touring with Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it kind of referred to Canada in there. So that's very cool. But also, I mean, as much as you bring your musical energy to everything, you also, even from Arrested Development, there was a very massive spiritual energy that you guys brought as well, which for some people they thought like, whoa. I mean, when you guys are dealing with spirituality, people weren't necessarily dealing with spirituality. Right. I mean, now, I mean, spirituality is something that a lot of people, I mean, Oprah's talking about spirituality.
Wow.
I mean, once Oprah talks about it, it's over.
It's on, right?
So, I mean, so in terms of the spirituality thing, I mean, it's always been there for you. What do you think about now? Why do you think it's kind of happening now more so on a mainstream acceptance for people actually talking about spirituality?
I think the point is that people have finally gotten the point of spirituality, why it's important. You know, I think we've seen things get so decadent, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you start seeing these children blowing up other children in schools and stuff, it starts to become, oh, that's why, that's what the reason is for this. It's like to actually survive, that's what it is for. You know, it's not just to try to be ultra, you know, like some type of guru, you know what I'm saying? It's to be alive and stay alive, that's what it's about, you know?
Musically, being solo, was it difficult to kind of step out and be by yourself and not have, because I mean when you traveled through the Arrested Development, it was a deep crew.
Posse.
It was like
thick. We rode thick. You guys are deep. It's like a tribe.
It definitely was. I mean, so now to be on a different level where you're creatively doing things for yourself and all that.
It was freaky for me, bro. Yeah. It was like, because I was used to having such a tribe with me, and then now, as a solo entity, the light is just on me. You know what I mean? And it took me some time to get acclimated to that and to get used to it. Because I used to be shy to sing in front of people. I would rhyme, but to sing in front of somebody, it was a different emotion. It came from a different compartment in myself, you know? And it freaked me out. I'm used to it now, because it's been now 3 years since I've been a solo entity. So, you know, it took me some time to get used to it, but at first it freaked me out. It was like, wow, you know, what about my teammates? You know? But I got a band, so when I'm on an actual tour, right now I'm on a promotional tour, but when I'm on an actual tour, my band is with me as well, so that's cool.
All right, cool. You know, it's good having you back, and it's great that you're actually putting something out there that is different. That you can grasp music, you can grasp, you know, lyrics, you can vocally, spiritually. It's a whole bunch of things in there.
Yo, thank you very much.
Good having you. Why don't you introduce your video? And
brand new video. My wife's in this video. My son's in this video. Oh, cool. It's tight.
Hit it right here, babe. Introduce.
Clocks in Sync with Mine. Brand new by your brother's Speech.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool, man.